Tomorrow, two undefeated rivals battle for sole possession of first place in the NFC North. It's Aaron Rodgers leading the dangerous Green Bay offense into Soldier Field, where they'll take on Jay Cutler and the Bears. Packers-Bears, great rivalry on ESPN's Monday Night Football at 8:30 Eastern. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern with Monday Night Countdown served by Applebee's. Here at the Monster Mile, we are coming up on halfway in today's race number 2 in the chase for the Sprint Cup. Jimmy Johnson is the leader. Johnson started on pole, led the opening 14 laps. Then A.J. Allmendinger took over, and the Dinger has dominated this race until pitting under green a minute ago. He'd only been on the track for 60 laps since his previous pit stop, Vince. And there was a reason he was in.
That's exactly right. You know, we heard him on the radio saying they were wrecking loose. Take a look at this circle on the tire. That's where they pulled this out of. He had the right rear going down, had a right rear flat when he came in. So when the driver's telling you that the car's wrecking loose and I got to bring it in, I guess they made the right decision by listening to him. They pulled that piece of debris out of it. That could have been costly today for sure.
All right, Vince, thanks. The Dinger is back in 25th position and a lap down. Here's Clint Boyer on pit road. And Boyer, apparently this is a speeding penalty for Boyer. You see Greg Biffle in on the pit lane as well. Boyer was in and had a stop, went back out, back in for a penalty, and let's check back with Vince.
Yeah, Greg Biffle is in. He says the car is just still too loose. They've been dealing with that all day long. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment, a ½ pound out of the right front, 4 tires and fuel, Marty.
And as Greg Biffle pulls back out, Jimmy Johnson trying to go after Reed Sorensen to put him a lap down. Sorensen, the last car on the lead lap, in 19th position. You're wondering where Allmendinger is. He is 23rd right now. Quite a few spots from the lucky dog position. 47, and Marcus Ambrose in.
Looks like something might be wrong with Denny Hamlin here. Looks like 17's coming pit road. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh,
that didn't make it. No,
that's going to be costly right there, buddy.
Wow.
So he missed the commitment line, and so now he's got a he's got a left front tire blow.
That's going to bring out a caution, too. That's going to change everything here.
Wow.
Get it to the bottom.
The 88's in. Let's go to Jamie.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr., you see the 17 there, big problem for him. But the 88, he has been tight and loose all weekend long. How do you call that, guys? The yellow is out, caution out, and the 88 remains working on his pit stop, Marty.
Well, they'll be able to finish up and get back out, but boy, this is going to create some questions in the minds of some crew chiefs.
Well, that's just kind of mistakes that we talk about especially when you get in the chase. You don't want this to happen anytime, but it's the driver's responsibility to know that. And we talked about how difficult it is to get on pit road here, but you can see Matt Kenseth lock him up, really trying to get to that.
Yeah, you see,
he's got to be inside of that yellow mark there. I'm sorry, the orange mark down on the line.
He is the 3rd chase contender with a problem today.
He ground that left front tire all the way through the cords, and right here you'll see it just blow out. And all the fender pieces started flying on the front stretch, and that's what brought out the caution.
And Matt,
right here,
right there is where it goes, Andy, and you're right. And he has had a stellar record here. We mentioned it earlier. This is a setback, and this is one of their tracks where they were hoping and counting on picking up points.
Well, it didn't hurt just him. I mean, I know he's got a lot of damage and all that, but you have A.J. Allmendinger, who made a green flag stop. He's a lap down. We had quite a few of them that had pitted.
Greg Biffle went 2 laps down by making that stop of his. He had an adventure getting on pit road. I was watching that, but wasn't quite as bad.
Allmendinger misses the lucky dog by 1 position. It will go to Elliott Sadler. So, but we would expect him to stay out and probably take the wave around. We're getting ready for another round of pit stops. This time it'll be under caution. Our 3rd here on lap number 189. And here comes race leader Jimmy Johnson. And up first it'll be Dr. Jerry Punch on Martin Truex.
You guys talking about all the rubber buildup on the racetrack. It's exactly what Martin is talking about. It goes across the rubber buildup. The car gets loose and it snaps loose and it gets tight in the middle and gets loose coming off because of the rubber. He said, I don't know how to gauge this car. And we're going to make an air pressure change and maybe change the track bar right now. 4 tires and top it off with Sunoco fuel. Vince.
Kyle Busch is in. He likes his cars. You see a tire getting away from the 56 crew. Kyle Busch on top. Dave Rogers, the crew chief, wanted to make an air pressure adjustment in the front, but Kyle said no. He likes it, Dave.
Busch running 3rd. They will take air pressure out of the left front tire. That's the only adjustment. Jimmy Johnson on that run said about his race car that it was sketchy on the landing. Here's the race off pit road.
And it's going to be Jimmy Johnson, followed by Martin Truex. Kyle Busch is going to pick up 1 spot at the expense of brother Kurt. Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano pick up a couple each, or 1 spot each. And Carl Edwards loses 2. Let's go back and take another look. Here's the pit stop on the 56 with that tire getting loose.
Yeah, almost got away from the team. They real lucky to get it back. They get it back across the wall so they can finish the stop, but it cost them a little bit of time. See right here how much it just cost them just a little bit of time. We're hearing the 2 car was too fast on pit road, so he's going to get a penalty.
So Kurt Busch too fast entering now officially from NASCAR, and so now he is going to have to serve the penalty. And another chaser having a problem here, as that's now 4 of the 12 that have had issues here in this race, and we're not even halfway.
Sorry.
Welcome back to the AAA 400, and make sure to go to NASCAR.com for all your latest NASCAR information. All right, we are under our 3rd caution. Kurt Busch got a speeding penalty, too fast for entering, and it was the segment right prior to his pit box, and onboard camera will show us exactly what happened.
See, these white lines are the ones that where your segments are. You can hear right there, but he's got another segment there. They thought that was in their pit box, but just that speeding up is what got him.
Let's listen in on his radio.
Us? Oh my God. Well, I lost ground to the 56. It's got to be about halfway anyway. That's usually when we fall apart.
All right, they'll get regrouped. As I said, they still got over half the race to go. 7 waiver rounds: Biffle, Allmendinger, Earnhardt, Boyer, Keselowski, Ambrose, and Gilliland. Also, let's revisit the AT&T Fastest Pit Crew of the Year award. The fastest pit crew is determined by the winner of each race. The pit time, your vote. Be sure to text the car number to 2258 for your pit crew choice. So let's get ready and reset it for you. It'll be Jimmy Johnson, Martin Truex up front, Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, Denny Hamlin, Logano, and as we mentioned, Allmendinger with the wave around on the lead lap, and Mark Martin has driven his way back onto the lead lap, folks. So all Mark Martin fans, he's 15th.
Yeah, we've got all 3 JGR cars up in the top 6 now.
Whoa, and look at Clint Boyer, and he's trying to gain up some ground. Boyer, of course, is 2 laps down right now in 30th position. Here is Kyle Busch going after Jeff Gordon. That is for 3rd. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, they're side by side. And here comes Jeff Burton. Remember now, this is an RCR, JGR. Denny Hamlin said, you know, they accused him of basically cheating, and the team has taken exception. Will we see any retaliation here?
Well, Jeff Burton's done a nice job. You remember earlier his car wasn't all of that good. His pit crew's done a fantastic job picking him up a couple of spots each time.
I think you'll see Burton racing really hard, but I don't think you'll see any retaliation from Jeff. Maybe you see that, you might find some of the other 2.
He clears him, so give Jeff Burton the position over Hamlin, move him up to 6th. Carl Edwards now taking a look at Denny. On the high side, that was Paul Menard.
Yeah, Jeff Burton car now is what we saw yesterday in practice that really made us think he may have a shot here today.
Yeah, I think the track is coming to them. This is exactly the conditions that we had in happy hour. The sun's on the track. You see the rubber buildup. I think it's right now just like it was in happy hour.
And let's talk about Kevin Harvick. He started 33rd, and here he comes, guys, doing what he always seems to do. He's up to 11th.
Yeah, that's usually a little quicker than he does it.
Yeah.
he moves up
by
before the end. Yeah, before the end.
Doc, you've got more?
Yeah, Marty, the plan today for Kevin Harvick was this. Start 33rd, not where he wanted to start, by the way. Be in the top 20 by lap 100, which he was. Be in the top 15 by lap 150. He said, we want to be in the top 10 by halfway. He is right now 11th with 2 laps to go to halfway. So far, he's made 2 of his goals. Got 1 more to go.
Well, if he can beat Paul Menard to the start-finish line, he'll be in the top 10.
Meanwhile, Carl Edwards is trying to get around Denny Hamlin to take over that 7th spot, and he's got him. Let's go back to Harvick. Does he make his goal as we're getting ready to reach the halfway point? He's still got to get around Menard to take over that 10th position.
Yeah, I was going to question Doc about that plan. The plan to start 33rd? That wouldn't have been too good, would it?
Yeah, no, what a failure. He didn't make it by lap 200. He has driven the wheels off that thing. Great run so far for Kevin Harvick. Jimmy Johnson doing what he needed to do after last week's 25th place run at New Hampshire. He is running up front with Martin Truex a full second behind. Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, and Joey Logano round out the top 5 here at Dover with our race presented by Burger King.